YouTube, there we are again after 5 months. It's been a long winter, very wet, lots of rain in Belgium, and yeah, it's not fun to shoot episodes and to demonstrate what we can do in the Tesla. But it's about time that we start cracking again, because a lot of things happened, and you will see it's very exciting to follow up the evolution of FSD in America as well as in Europe, because also here there is very positive movement, and I'll tell you all about it. Okay, so what happened in our episode 4? I explained how different the European situation is compared to the USA situation. I showed a video from Omar, a demonstration of a 400 miles cross-country trip with version 11. And this is one of the big differences. Version 12 appeared, and my God, what a difference. I also explained the different approach of the legal systems in the USA and in Europe. And I made an introduction to the UNECE organization, United Nations for European Economic Union. This is governing the states outside of the USA, China and South Korea. I also explained Tesla's current ADAS software, so automatic driving assistance system, the driving options and the possibilities as a standard traffic-aware cruise control, Autosteer and Autopilot, and I demonstrated that in the car. Option 1 is enhanced Autopilot. This gives you auto lane change, navigate on Autopilot, auto park and smart summon. I'll explain you more about it later. Also, I explained full self-drive, what the option of full self-drive means. This is option 1, plus traffic lights and stop sign recognition. That's all we have in Europe for the moment. As there is so much to talk about, I decided to split my new subjects up in 2 episodes today. In episode 5, this one, I will demonstrate the remaining ADAS possibilities of Tesla in Europe. And in the next episode, episode 6, we will go through the news items since November. So what happened around FSD in Europe and in America. All right, now let's look at the extra options you get when you buy the enhanced Autopilot. This is the first option, and that will be first of all auto lane change. Here is a demonstration of auto lane change when I'm passing a motorcycle rider. He's actually driving very slow because I'm already driving slow, but you see the system shows to initiate. You then blink, and after you passed him, it will show you again the side camera to see that everything is clear. It shows you the location that you are moving to. You blink, and then you pass the other rider. Okay, so this is the first demonstration. You will see that a nag is coming. Look at the screen, and you see that a message appears, and then a blue blinking area on top. It shows that you must touch the steering wheel, and that the system is watching that you are still there. A second demonstration is first of all a trailer, and you will see that first the system will show the lane next to you. Then the camera appears to show that the road is clear or not, so you don't need the side view mirrors. Then when it's safe, the car moves by itself. And then when you pass the vehicle, it will show you the zone again that you will go to, but it does not always work, because if you're too early to blink, then the system will abort, like it happened now. So I reinitiate again Autopilot, because there is a truck, so the truck, I'm passing on the middle lane. Now it shows me the lane that I should go to. The camera shows, I blink, and the car goes to the first lane again.
But what we need to do is...
Good, then
about a kilometer away,
I demonstrate
we have
the
exit,
navigate on
actually
autopilot
a semi-double
exits,
exit, so it's an
and
exit
therefore I use a
which is
demonstration
not
by
allowed to
Stephen
take on its
Peters.
own, so that has been taken
He has a
away
nice
by the
channel
UNECE
following up
regulation
also
because it
the
is
things that I
considered
follow
a
up.
lane change, and the
So
car
how
cannot
does
automatically
FSD evolve
do a
in
lane
Europe?
change,
You can follow him
whereas
on
it was
X and
able
on
to do
YouTube.
that to use
Look
kind
at
of a
his video
loophole in the
showing
system,
the
because it's
state
not
of
really a lane change,
FSD
it's
in
an exit.
Europe.
But anyway, it was able to do it. They took it away like 2 years ago or something, and now I have to manually use the blinker to use the exit. Now let's see how aggressive it takes the exit. So blinking, and it usually has a second jerk here. A tiny one, a very tiny one, but that's okay. And then we take the second exit here as well to turn around and go in the other direction again. Again, this is a section where you can do 120. It's at 110, only now it's going to 120. Taking the exit, have to confirm it. Whoop, whoop. Okay. That was not what I expected. It started abruptly and then automatically went to whoop, whoop. I blinked left, guy. Yeah, I blinked left and it actually didn't do it. It took the split on the right side. So yeah, splits and exits are not handled that.
Okay, here I'm demonstrating a stop sign recognition maneuver. So this is something I really love. For some cases that you are not attentive enough, the system will actually stop for a stop sign or a priority sign, and then you must confirm with your throttle that you want to actually continue, even if you are on autopilot. Traffic light recognition is also fantastic. It works very well. It will see from a long distance that traffic lights are coming up, so you can then actually let it go until you're at the traffic lights, and then you need to confirm with your throttle again that you actually want to cross the crossroads. In Europe, it's not allowed yet that the car will initiate this maneuver. And then two options that actually are included in the first option already, auto park, and auto park. This is demonstration by AI driver in the USA, how the system works there, and it's really fantastic. Even after I clipped this video, there is an even better iteration of the system already in America, because now it is fully AI driven, and this system works so reliable and so precise that I'm looking forward to have it in Europe. You can see many demonstrations online. Actually, this was available in the past in Europe, but it has been taken away because of the regulations, which don't allow system-initiated maneuvers on the public roads. But hopefully we'll get it back, and then in the best possible state, fully AI driven.
And fit right in between the lines as well. Pretty impressive stuff.
Another really tight spot off to our right that I really didn't think the car was going to be able
Here
to fit
is
into at all.
parking
Originally, it
in a
wasn't even giving me
parallel
the option to park
spot,
there, but I did manage to select
backing
it
up.
quickly and hit start, and it actually tried it. To be honest with you, this is not a spot that I would attempt myself. I took one look at this and did not think the car would have tried it, and I fully expected it to give up at some point while attempting this. You can see just how little room there is to maneuver in between these two cars, and even more scary, it seems like the car is closer to the one in the rear than it's even showing on the visualizations. We are maybe 2 inches away max. And despite giving my wife and I mild heart attacks sitting in the car here, we did let it try to do its thing and kind of Austin Powers its way into this parking spot. And even without a camera on the front bumper, it seems to be
It's still a bit slow, but that will accelerate with
and
time.
even though it's still showing itself a little bit crooked in the visualizations, this is where it finally gives up. Seems kind of funny to me that it did the hardest parts and gave up in the easy part, but yeah, this is where it stopped. Overall, I gotta say, I've been very impressed with this new version of Autopark. It is a bit slow right now, and I probably won't be using it for basic parking situations until it's a little faster, but for more difficult spaces...
This is another demonstration of a parallel parking
job. Most of the
on a
time,
bit
it parks
easier
straighter and
spot.
closer to the curb than any of the
Has
other
more
cars
space
around,
here.
even in some more challenging situations like this one where the curb isn't completely straight.
But
And
you
it
can
does
see it's very
occasionally
careful
get
to not hit
uncomfortably close to
the
curbs,
curb
like you're seeing it do right
and damage
now.
your
Like,
wheels.
seriously, this is what
But it's very close.
far, I haven't seen a single example posted online of it actually touching a curb yet, so it must know what it's doing. All in all, this is a pretty promising start for AI Autopark, and it's been a lot of fun testing this out and seeing the AI work in real time by adjusting its path to fit into the spots, but something even more fun and valuable is...
And now Smart Summon, this was a system that we used to have also in Europe, and you can look at the channel of Steven Peters, where he demonstrates that, but it was very poor as a system and it didn't work very well. So also there it was taken away because it was not really allowed on the public road to initiate maneuvers by the system. So hopefully we'll get it back also in Europe, because things are changing in the regulations. This is a demonstration by an American YouTuber, DMVXAI, also an interesting channel to follow if you're interested in these things.
Select your spot. You want to go ahead and hit go to target, and we're going to try to get out of this neighborhood using summon. So as soon as I hit go to target, you can see the car.
In this case, he is sitting in his car. Normally you would sit somewhere else on the parking with a full shopping cart and then the car would come to you. But now he's staying in the car just in case that he needs to intervene, which is okay.
And that's exactly where it stopped, which is interesting.
And then I have a few more things, quite interesting happenings in the past months. We had some software updates, and one of them is the Spring update. And one of the things in the Spring update was the matrix headlights. Very interesting. And to finalize this video, I will give you more explanation on the superchargers. The Spring interface was a very nice change of the whole operating system interface, and you can now see full screen your surroundings in 3D, and the change was also interesting. The matrix headlights became fully operational. The headlights exist on the cars, but they were not yet activated. And you can look at the video by Electrified, and there is also a Tesla video showing how this works. Very interesting. You see the matrix light completely blending oncoming cars or cars riding in front of you, so that they will not be blinded, but the rest of the road is still super light. And then to end this video, just a demonstration of how simple and how fantastic Tesla superchargers are. Wherever you go in Europe, you find superchargers spaced about 50 to 100 kilometers apart along the highways or cities. And the only thing you do, you say, okay, destination supercharger, or it can be even planned in your route. The car takes you to there, and meanwhile it will prepare the battery by cooling it or heating it up to optimize charging speed. You arrive, take the connector out, press the button, or press the charging cover, and then you charge. Thank you for watching, and please subscribe, and I'll see you next time.